Hey everybody, Tim and Miranda here for today's review of Doctor Who story number 190. I can't even believe that I've done 190 of these. Actually, I've done more than that. Blink. So before I even ask, because normally I ask you what you think right off the top.
Yeah, no.
I'm so excited for a trivia fact. So
excited he wouldn't tell me before this.
I know. I didn't write it down in my notes because I didn't want her to see it. So right off the bat, I'm going to say that this is a very popular episode.
Oh yeah.
And in fact, I think it's overly populated. So what I mean by that is, like, if you show somebody this, they've probably, somebody who doesn't, my husband, who knows nothing about Doctor Who, could tell you about this episode. Never even seen it, because so many people talk about it. And I think that kind of raises the expectations.
I think so too, actually.
And luckily I saw it before it got to that point, so I can still appreciate it. But, and I do think it is a really well done episode.
Yeah.
But I think it's too well like most people give it a 9, and I'm like, it's like a solid 7. But because
I gave it an 8.
But and see, that's the thing, everybody loves this one. So the rebellious side of me wants to be like, fuck you, it's a 4. But it is a really good episode. So part of the reason I love this episode, it is no secret that I am a big Moffat fan. Weird. So when we watch season 1, my favorite story of season 1 is the empty child / the doctor dances, the Are You My Mummy?
Yeah. Which
is the only two-parter, the only story written by Moffat in season 1. Okay. Season 2, what was it? The Girl in the Fireplace? Which was also written by Moffat, is my favorite story in season 2. Okay. Not counting School Reunion.
Yes.
But I think School Reunion is only my favorite because of Sarah Jane.
Probably.
So, like, if you took Sarah Jane and it was just, like, Rose, Mickey, and the Doctor, like, hanging out in a high school.
I'd be like, what the hell?
Yeah. So, we get to season 3. Moffat was originally hired to write the Daleks in Manhattan story.
Oh, I'm glad that he did not.
But he couldn't do it. He didn't have time. He was doing something else. So, if you remember from season 2, they had an episode in season 2 where the Doctor wasn't in it because he was too busy filming the finale. Mm-hmm. And in season 2, it was like the Love and Monsters or whatever. The one where like the monster kept like absorbing people.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and it was an awful fucking story. Yeah. So, because Moffat was unavailable to do the Daleks in Manhattan, he was like, you know what? Fine. I'm sorry. I can't do the 2-parter. I will sacrifice myself and I will write the episode that the Doctor's not in.
Yeah.
I will write the garbage episode for season 3 because right now David Tennant and Martha, whatever, were filming the 3-part finale. So he's like, fine, I will write the garbage episode that the Doctor's not in. And that was Blink.
Very briefly in.
Or very briefly in.
Yeah. And
that was Blink. And what do you know? Blink is probably the best story for season 3. Like, I'm a huge fan of Moffat. I hate to bring it up over and over. I really do. Believe it or not, I really do. I do. Because I'm not like one of those, like, the horse is dead, or what's the Simpsons? Like, stop, it's dead already.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. But, like, I am a Moffat fanboy. And so, like, again, like, he wrote my favorite story for season 1, season 2, and now season 3. I already know he wrote my favorite story for season 4. But, so, I don't know. I think it's really interesting that he was like, I'm sorry I couldn't write the 2-parter. That we didn't particularly care for.
No.
Like, it was good until the big twist with the hybrid. But then we get to this one, and you're like, damn. And what I think I like about this one is the amount of fucking detail that he puts in his story. Like the whole, like, Sally Sparrow's best friend that ends up going back in time. Yes. And we see her, like, this episode's 45 minutes. And, like, I'm sad that she's sent back in time. And we're like, she's like, you fucking said you were 18, you lying cow.
God, yes.
And I was like, it's so great. Like, Moffat has this way of writing it's just really well done. Like, you just instantly like the characters. Yeah. We never see Sally Sparrow again.
Yeah.
But still,
which sucks because I actually like her a lot. And I was, like, watching this, like, I hope that one day, like, they bring her back for something.
10 years later, bring her back.
Because and it was probably the way that Moffat wrote it. But, like, just the way that this whole episode was and her character and stuff, like, it was great.
It's a great character. Yeah. Like, he writes really well-defined characters. So part of this that I love, like I said, I brought it up to you. Once upon a time, 10, 15 years ago, like, I was a huge DVD collector. I still have most of my DVDs. I think I topped out right around, like, 9,000. Like, I had an obscene amount of DVDs. So, like, the Easter egg thing, like, I was a pro, like, I had a lot of Easter eggs, and there's websites, I mean, you could look it up. It's like eeggs.com is a great website for Easter eggs, and they just walk you through. Like, you go to this, you put in this DVD, you go to this menu, right, left, up, start, boom, you're done, and it plays a video. It's great.
Seriously?
Yeah, no, that's legit it. Like, if you put in a DVD and, like, let's say the menu pops up and it's like, play movie, subtitles, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Like, go push down twice. Okay, so you're on subtitles. Push right twice. Nothing happens. Push up, push right, push down, and then this person's eyes will highlight, push enter, and now you get a blooper reel.
Okay.
Like, that's a really big thing on DVDs.
Yeah, we're going to have to do this.
Okay, I have tons of them, so I'm ready. So that's great. So we find out, I didn't write down the number. It was like 17 DVDs that have this Easter egg of the doctor just talking. This is, of course, the famous episode where wibbly wobbly timey-wimey stuff happens. Which, again, so I brought it up in, I don't remember the name of the episode, where, like, the doctor wears the 3D glasses. Oh, yeah. Anytime you see, like, David Tennant promotional information, he's wearing those stupid 3D glasses. He wore them in one episode. It's almost impossible to see something of Doctor Who without a timey-wimey reference. Mm-hmm. Luckily, it's brought up twice. Ooh. This is just the first time. Ooh, spoilers.
More than once, you guys.
Yep. But still, so we get that. I love the whole reference with the detective hitting on Sally and the like, all of these cars are abandoned, and here's a police box, but the phone's not real, and the windows are the wrong size.
And you can't open it.
Which is a reference to an actual, like, the TARDIS prop going back to the 60s. Yeah. Like, it wasn't quite this exact same as a phone booth.
Yeah.
But still, even those little details of, like, all of these cars have been abandoned in front of this one building. We don't find anything about those people. No. We don't know anything about... But Moffat still includes the detail. Like, this has been happening for a while.
For a while.
Like, that's what I love about Moffat. Like, he is so, like, meticulous. Yeah. Like, he's so detailed. I love it. And then, of course, we find out that Billy, who's the detective, gets thrown back to 1969, and he, as he grows through the years, is in charge of DVDs, so he's the one who puts the Easter egg. Like, I don't know. I like to think of myself as a writer. I haven't written in a long time. I kind of fell out of it. But, like, I went to school for it and everything. I don't know. Like, I look up to Moffat. Like, to come up with that... That's brilliant. Like, he's a... I don't know. Like I said, I fanboy over Moffat. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Moffat's my hero. I'm sorry. It is what it is. And then, of course, probably the best scene ever that I would love to know how many takes it took of Sally Sparrow talking
to the TV.
Talking to David Tennant in the recording. Like, how many times did they mess up? Okay, rewind it. We gotta do this again.
I wonder if they actually did take, like, do a take of just David Tennant of what his lines were supposed to be, and then when they recorded it, like, Sally talking to him.
Well, I'm sure they rehearsed it.
So that she wasn't actually technically talking to him, but was really actually talking to the TV.
If David Tennant was behind the TV?
No, like, they had pre-recorded him on the TV. Oh, yeah. And then just set the TV in front of her, and she had to...
Oh, 100%. Like, I guarantee you, that's what they did. Yeah. But then how many times did she have to rehearse that?
Yes.
And then how many times did she, like, accidentally mess up? Okay, cut, rewind it. We have to get this right. Yeah. But then again, like, it cuts back and forth.
Yeah.
So realistically, they just have to have a camera on the TV and a camera on her.
Yeah.
And then even if she messes up, cut. Okay, here, insert the TV clip, cut. Here's her clip.
Yep.
So, I mean, it would have been great to know. We learn about, like, the angels are quantum locked, which means that they cannot be seen. And when they are seen, they're set in stone. Which is one of those, like, I felt like it was kind of a cop-out type thing. But we see them so many times. Like, I don't think they ever meant to intend to bring the angels back.
I don't think they did either.
I think it was supposed to be this one and done. Yeah. But, oh well.
But with how popular this story was and everything, that they're like, oh, okay, I guess we'll bring them back.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna roll your eyes. Just get over it. Go ahead. Roll them. There you go. I'm such a fanboy of Moffat. So my thing with Moffat is he has such a mind for what he wants to do. Like, he knows in such detail, but he doesn't share it.
Oh, no, there's no way.
So for other people, they're like, wait a minute. What's going on? But in his mind, it's 100% like it makes sense. Yeah. The best example, to go a little bit further than what we are, is River. Like, everybody else is like, wait a minute, what is River's timeline? I guarantee you Moffat has it, like, down. Like, he knows her timeline backwards and forwards. And so there's the famous reference. I think it's just a coincidence. I don't think it really is a reference. But, like, so the whole ending scene where Sally sees the Doctor and Martha before they know who Sally is. So again, like, Moffat already has, like, this mental, like, here's where the Doctor is in time, here's where Sally is in time, here's where the other Doctor is in time.
Yeah.
Here's where the Doctor is in time, where he gets the transcript. Like, he has such a mind for detail.
Yeah.
That it's incredible. Like, it's actually, like, it's impressive that he knows all of it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, like, the big reference, I don't think it's a reference, but the whole, like, we're doing 4 things. Well, 4 things in a lizard. Which could be a reference to, like, Clara and the trio. But we'll get to that. That's a spoiler. But no, I'm sorry. I'm a fanboy of Moffat. I think it's so well done, and, like, just the way he can plan out time. It's impressive. Yeah. I really like it. Do you have anything?
I don't think so.
No. I just kind of took over this one.
Yeah.
I'm a fanboy. She knew what she was getting into. So no closing thoughts from you. So curious what you guys think. Like I said, I really like this one, and this is one I don't want to like necessarily because so many people like it. But it's one of the... I don't even have another good example where everybody's like, this movie's amazing, and then you watch it and you're like, oh, it really was. Like...
Yeah.
Like, people build it up, but then sure enough they're correct. So I don't know. So for those who have seen it, go ahead, let us know what you think. Otherwise, we will see you guys next time for the animated adventure, The Infinite Quest.